If you're thinking of buying or selling a house, I'll watch this video because it could save you an absolute load of money. So I bought this place back in last June, so June 2021. I thought I was fairly up together with all the regulations and stuff like that, because I've bought quite a few houses over the years. So 2020, they brought in some new regulations and rules to do with sewage treatment systems. Now, I was aware of this, but from my understanding, it meant that it was only an issue if your septic tank or whatever didn't qualify for the new regs and discharged into, the wording is watercourse, so I assumed that was a stream or river, something like that. I was aware that this house shared the sewage system with next door. I was aware that it was done in the 1950s, and I was aware that it probably didn't comply. However, I assumed that because there was no river or stream or anything here, it would be absolutely fine. This was not the case, no. So when I went to sell the place, the estate agent pulled it up and they said, you need to get checked out because it doesn't comply. I said, not a problem, doesn't go into a stream, it's fine. And they said, no, get it checked out. Got it checked out, and turns out that a watercourse is basically any sort of soil, ground, anything like that. So if you're buying a place and the treatment system is an old septic tank or something like that, and basically doesn't put out clean water, if that goes into the ground, so any sort of soak away, it does not comply. Therefore, any mortgage company will pull this up and they will not lend on it. Therefore, I couldn't sell my house when I went to sell it. Now, this was a major not cool thing. So spoke to the next door neighbour. Initially she said, yeah, happy, let's just split the cost, got a price for it, too much money. She said, no, don't really want to pay out the money, which is fair enough. Put one in your own side. Okay, fine. Put in a modern treatment plant, something that complies with new regulations, not a problem, done it before. Only it is a problem when you're on a house which is on a slope, it's a fairly small plot, and it's all angled. So I thought, I know, I can get it down the bottom there, I can get it in this corner of the garden, it'll sit quite nicely there. First problem was the sewage comes out the back corner of the house over there, so I've got to run it all along the path, that's fine. Then I've got to get it down this garden. That means either digging through 2 sets of steps, having drop chambers, nightmare, or manage to figure a way that it run down the wall. Spoke to building regs, all fine, happy days. Then building regs said, we're going to need to see a percolation test for the soak away. All the ground here is clay, that means it doesn't soak away, which means the percolation test would not pass. Okay, so I can't have a treatment plant. On to plan B. So I speak to Wessex Water, who run all the sewage here. The sewer is, you can't see it, it's right up the road at number 30 basically. To get a main sewer, just to dig the road, just to get it down here, it's about 50 grand. That's not including any other bits and pieces. That wasn't happening. I thought, I know what I'll do, I'll get a pump chamber. So I'll get my sewage from here down to there, pump it up there. Got to cross 3 different people's houses, means I get permission from them. Number 30 where it ends up, I've got to dig through their garden, trench through walls, not happening. So then I thought, I know what I can do. The current system discharges into a water runoff drain in the road. I know, I'll just get the soak away so it goes into that water runoff drain. Speak to the council, said, current system doesn't comply. I'd like to install something that does comply. So I'm putting clean water in there rather than dirty water. Is it okay to do that? No, not a bloody chance. So basically, I was on this between January and April. The whole time I couldn't sell the house because it didn't comply. Pretty much everyone was absolutely useless because it was kind of, this isn't our job, not my problem. Speak to this person, speak to that person, they pass you to the next person. I ended up speaking to the council, Wessex Water, building regs, environmental health, the Environment Agency. Had an absolute nightmare. So this is just a bit of a warning to people, because I thought I knew all the regulations and rules. Turns out I didn't. I always like to put my hands up. When I did my first video in 2017, I said I will always be honest rather than the glorified crap that you see on the TV about property development. Fortunately, I know a very, very good ground worker called Mark Pike, who managed to fit the tank in here. Now on the face of it, it won't comply. It's supposed to be 7 meters away from the house, but due to extraordinary circumstances, we spoke to building regs, it's all fine, tickety boo. We had to move the oil tank, we had to dismantle the shed, we had to get an 8.5 ton slew through a little bridle path trackway. It was a nightmare, but we got it done. But extremely fortunate, extremely lucky, because without that, I could not have sold this house. So that's a biggie. If you've got a house and you're desperate to sell it, you can't if your sewage doesn't comply. So if you're buying something or if you're about to sell something, get it checked out, do your research, and I hope this saves someone a bit of time, stress and effort, because this little exercise has cost me nearly 10 grand. Anyway, there'll be another video at some stage, I'm sure. All the best. See you soon. Bye.